Wow, feel I should dance. Best not. Thank you very much, Charlotte. Very, very good evening to you all, ladies and gentlemen. It is lovely to see you here. What a privilege to be here tonight at the Variety Club Showbusiness Awards. It is very showbiz. Celebrating 100 years of the BBC, I'm here to tell you about a very special award in a moment. You might be aware I worked for the BBC for a very long time. About 25 years, in fact. Many of them spent happily on the BBC breakfast red sofa. I am aware that Susanna Reid is here as well, so there is another side. But thank you to all of you who watched. It's wonderful to be here for a night of celebration. The BBC is a much-loved part, I think, certainly of my life, and I felt like I grew up with it. I remember watching the first ever episode of EastEnders. Yep, actually true. Who remembers that? Good, I'm glad some of you do. Hiding terrified behind the sofa to try and watch Doctor Who. Being entranced by, of course, the latest Attenborough, and I cannot count how many Saturday nights I have spent with Strictly Come Dancing. If it hadn't been for John Craven's News Round or listening to Radio 4 The World Tonight, aged 10, I know, a little bit young, I wouldn't have become a journalist. Over the last century, the BBC has helped us all mark many significant milestones in our shared history, broadcasting all of those important moments, events to millions of people around the world. And by doing so, I think, enabling us to be united, show respect, and pay tribute together like we did for Her Majesty the Queen. So it seems poignant tonight that shortly before she died, she gave Variety permission for a special award to be presented in memory of her husband, the Duke of Edinburgh, who helped establish this charity and supported it for 70 years. It is called the Variety Club Duke of Edinburgh Gold Heart Award. There will only ever be one recipient. Let's hear a little bit about her.
Welsh superstar mezzo-soprano Katherine Jenkins OBE officially became the world's most successful classical singer after she was crowned the biggest-selling classical artist of the century by Classic FM. She further cemented her title by gaining her 14th #1 album, smashing the record books since signing to Universal Classics at the tender age of 22. Katherine is a firm favourite of the British royal family, having been invited to sing at Her Majesty's Diamond Jubilee, concerts at Buckingham Palace, and Her Majesty's 90th birthday celebrations at Windsor Castle. Katherine has earned her national treasure status not only through her dedication to her music, but also because of her massive charitable efforts. On the very sad passing of Queen Elizabeth II, Katherine was selected to be the first person to record God Save the King for the BBC.
Now, we have a very special guest to present the award tonight. The Variety Club Duke of Edinburgh Gold Heart Award will be presented by his granddaughter, Her Royal Highness Princess Beatrice, who'll join me on the stage. Thank you so much.
Now, I feel I should dance as well. That would be a terrible idea. What an amazing, amazing charity this organization is. But when I think back to the history, setting up this organization in 1949, I am reminded how many young people needed to be looked after, especially after the Second World War. Organizations like Variety were some of the most important foundations for what my grandfather's legacy really means. He was steadfast, he was passionate, he was curious, but most importantly, he believed in young people. So thank you so much for all being here this evening and continuing his legacy. May our deeds do him honor. So with that in mind, I am thrilled and honored to be presenting the very first Duke of Edinburgh Gold Heart Award to none other than Katherine Jenkins. hold it for you while I do your speech.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Royal Highness. And gosh, this is actually way more nerve-wracking being the first award up and speaking in front of all you than waiting to hear who has scored first in the Wales-America match. Come on, Wales. I'm incredibly humbled to receive this award this evening, given by a charity whose work I hugely appreciate, and in the name of a man who I massively admire. My mum brought me up with a really strong sense of charity, and the belief that if you're in a fortunate position, it's your responsibility to do what you can to help others. And I think that the Duke of Edinburgh was a perfect example of that. When the Variety Club came to the UK, as was said, Prince Philip was the founding member and a loyal supporter for over 70 years. And I think that sense of consistency and duty that he and the late Queen bequeathed to us is something that we need more than ever right now. Their memory and their example burns brightly, and this is why this award means so much to me. So thank you, Variety Club, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening.